1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister has called for global initiatives to ensure food security in the world as climate-induced disasters continue to exacerbate global food shortage. The Finance Minister urges the International Monetary Fund and multilateral donors to extend greater policy support to Pakistan in the backdrop of catastrophic floods. The Foreign Minister extending best wishes to the Communist Party of China on convening the 20th National Congress expresses confidence that Sino-Pak friendship will continue to grow. Polling for by-elections in 8 National Assembly and 3 Punjab Assembly constituencies was held in a peaceful manner and counting of votes is continuing. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has warned India of consequences of its settler designs and urged the international community to express its explicit support to the terrorized and oppressed Kashmiri people. About 500 Indian Sikh Yatris will arrive in Lahore via the Wagah border this month to participate in their religious celebrations of Saka Panja Sahib. In the first 2 matches of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup in Australia today, Namibia beat Sri Lanka and the Netherlands defeated the United Arab Emirates. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has called for global initiatives to ensure food security in the world as natural disasters due to climate change are threatening to exacerbate the shortage of food. In his tweets on the occasion of the World Food Day today, the Prime Minister said climate change is having a negative impact on our lives in many ways, including increasing global poverty and hunger. The Prime Minister said the recent floods destroyed millions of acres of standing crops in Pakistan, impelling the agricultural country to import food items to compensate for this loss. The Finance Minister Mohammad Sagdar has called for greater policy support from the International Monetary Fund and multilateral donors in the backdrop of the climate-induced catastrophic floods in Pakistan. He was addressing a meeting of the finance ministers and central bank governors from the Middle East, North Africa, Afghanistan and Pakistan with the International Monetary Fund Managing Director Kristalina Georgieva in Washington. Sagdar urged the International Monetary Fund to tailor its response to the situation in Pakistan and similar countries by taking into consideration the serious economic, social and political challenges that these countries are facing in the backdrop of climate-induced calamities. The IMF Managing Director expressed her deep sympathies with Pakistan for the losses suffered by it due to the climate-induced floods and assured the fund's full support to it. Meanwhile, the Finance Minister Mohammad Sagdar and the Governor State Bank of Pakistan Jameel Ahmed also held meetings with the officials of other countries on the sidelines of the annual meetings of the IMF World Bank to discuss financial inclusion and banking on equality. During a meeting with the President of the Asian Development Bank, Matsatsugu Asakawa, the Finance Minister thanked him for support provided over the years as a major development partner of Pakistan and also for the recent post-flood commitments. The Asian Development Bank President assured the Finance Minister of approval of Baluchistan Rural Development and Community Empowerment Program amounting to $1.5 billion and of continued support to Pakistan. The Finance Minister also met the Director General of Kuwait Fund, Marwan Abdullah Yusuf Tunayan Al Ghanim. He appreciated the contribution of Kuwait Fund to Pakistan's economic development and discussed the ongoing projects and potential new areas of investment. In his meeting with the Managing Director of the International Finance Corporation, Mukhtar Diop, the Minister appreciated the role of the corporation in promoting private sector development in Pakistan. Mukhtar Diop assured the Finance Minister of International Finance Corporation's continued support to Pakistan. The Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto extending his best wishes to the Communist Party of China on convening its 20th National Congress has expressed the confidence that Sino-Pak partnership would continue to grow. In his felicitation message today, he said throughout its history, the Communist Party has made enormous contribution to the progress and prosperity of Chinese nation and towards global peace. The foreign minister said leaders like Chairman Mao hold a legendary status in this Chinese march towards development. He said now under the visionary leadership of the party's General Secretary Xi Jinping, China is moving with a fast pace towards great rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. The foreign minister was of the view that under the wise leadership of the Communist Party, China will continue to play its due role in international politics and global peace. President Xi Jinping has said the next 5 years will be crucial for China as it will speedily create new development pattern and pursue high-quality development. Addressing the opening session of the 20th National Congress of the Communist Party of China in Beijing today, President Xi Jinping said efforts will be made to boost the dynamism and reliability of the domestic economy through higher-level engagement in the global economy. President Xi Jinping said China will thoroughly implement the coordinated regional development strategy, the functional zoning strategy, and the new urbanization strategy. The Chinese leader also called for faster military development and announced no change in policies that have stranded relations with Washington and tightened the ruling Communist Party's control over society and the economy. This is Radio Pakistan. Polling in the by-elections in 8 constituencies of the National Assembly and 3 constituencies of the Punjab Assembly has ended peacefully, and now counting of votes is underway. The constituencies of the National Assembly where the elections are being held include Mardan, Charsadda, Peshawar, Faisalabad, Nankana Sahib, Malir, Korangi and Multan. The Punjab Assembly's constituencies where the by-elections were held fall in districts of Sheikhupura, Khanewal and Bahawalnagar. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has strongly criticized India's hateful policy based on revenge and animosity against Kashmiri people in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said the educated Kashmiri youth and activists are particularly targeting the Modi regime because they do not support the obscurantist ideology of Hindutva. The APHC deplored the use of Draconian Public Safety Act by the Indian establishment against the educated youth, freelance journalists and their families. The Hurriyat warned India against consequences of its settler designs and urged the international community to express its explicit support to the terrorized and oppressed Kashmiri people. Meanwhile, unrelenting condemnation are pouring in against the Indian authorities' decision of allowing the sale of alcoholic drinks in departmental stores in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. People's Democratic Party staged a protest outside the party office in Srinagar and also in Jammu district against the order. The People's Democratic Party leaders and activists demanding rollback of the liquor order raised slogans against the authorities. Some activists were also arrested during the protests. About 500 Indian Sikh Yatris will arrive in Lahore via the Wagah border on the 26th of this month to participate in the religious celebrations of Saka Panja Sahib. According to official sources, the main ceremony of Saka Panja Sahib will be held in Hassan Abdal on the 30th of this month, in which Sikh Yatris from different countries, including India, will participate. The chairman Evacuee Trust Property Board, Habibur Rahman, said the Sikh Yatris would be entertained with hospitality. He said foolproof security arrangements have been made for Sikh Yatris besides accommodation and travelling facilities for them. In Washington, an advertisement published in the American newspaper Wall Street Journal declared many important Indian personalities, including the Finance Minister Khurana Nirmala Sitharaman, as wanted. The advertisement described India as unsafe for investment and asked investors to stay away from the country. The advertisement said the Indian people, including the finance minister, are using India's constitutional institutions as a weapon against the political and industrial opponents. The ad demanded of the American government to impose economic and visa sanctions on these Indian officials under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. And now, cricket. In the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup in Australia, two matches were played today. In the opening match, Namibia beat Sri Lanka by 55 runs, while in the second match, the Netherlands defeated the United Arab Emirates by 3 wickets in Geelong today. Pakistan will play their first match against India on the 23rd of this month. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions are likely in upper parts during the next 12 hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News.